money, young money. Pop that pop like a pull a trigger. Shake that air like a salt shaker. I keep the L lit up like an elevator.
My bad, y'all. I didn't know we started. All right, thank y'all very much for tuning to the Uche Arai Show. I'm your host, Mr. Uche Ernest Arai, giving you your weekend rewind, weekend news, weekend updates, all that. All you need to know about news going into the weekend, okay? Talk about North Korea starting off. I don't know what's going on over there, but I don't like what I hear. Woke up 3 o'clock in the morning just because I'm an insomniac, and sometimes, I'm up late. So I turn on CNN. What else would you do at 3 o'clock in the morning? And here's Wolf Blitzer giving the play-by-play about how far North Korea's bombs can reach, how we would respond, where we would put our troops, this and that, and this and that, and this and that, and repeating the statement that supposedly the president of North Korea made about how they're going to unleash a merciless force, a merciless attack against the United States. And I'm like, really? He said that? I mean, one can never know because, I don't speak Korean. So, there's always voiceovers whenever we see audio or video from other countries. But the fact that he had the boldness, the audacity to make that statement, and we just makes me wonder, what the heck is North Korea? First of all, what is North Korea's leader smoking anyway to think that their 1945 Cold War, World War II style military can even actually stand up to the United States? I mean, they got bodies to hold up guns, but we got drones, man. We got drones. I mean, honestly, I don't mean to let the hood out, but if there was a war, we wouldn't have to send no troops. Now that it's out there that we got these drones, man, just send about 2 ships full of drones, release them, and this war will be over in 1 week. Casualties will be heavy on the North Korean side. Honestly, Kim Jong-un don't want none of this. He does not. However, he's still making noise, and we're reacting to it. So what I'm wondering is, okay, had North Korea been placed in, let's say, somewhere ending with I or Arabia, or something that ended with an IA or started with an I. Had this, if the president of Iran, Mahmoud Ahmadinejad, went on their TV and said they're going to release missiles on the United States, they're going to release a merciless force, if they'd have been there talking as much shit as the president of North Korea has been talking for at least a week now, moving troops around, starting up their nuclear reactor, I'm like, and we're just chilling. We're chilling. I mean, think about this, y'all. We went into Iraq because we feared that Saddam may use his weapons of mass destruction against, I don't even know who we thought he was going to use it against, because his missiles definitely couldn't reach the United States. To give freedom to the Iraqis, we went into Operation Iraqi Freedom. When the hell are we going to do Operation North Korean Freedom? I mean, right now, as we speak, Iran is meeting with other Middle Eastern countries and Western countries, including the United States and Kazakhstan. We're meeting with them right now, trying to court them into, stopping enriching uranium and easing some of the sanctions and if they stop what they're doing. And on one end of the news, we hear North Korea talking about they about to unleash holy hell on the United States and its interest. And I'm like, who is protecting North Korea? I mean, it's like there's some type of force field around North Korea that says do not touch. And I understand that it is China. It is China and the strategic location of North Korea, and the fact that there has been a Korean War in the past, okay, of which I don't really know who won that war. My history's a little fudged up, but I don't know who won or if there was a winner, okay? But I'm sitting here like, we wouldn't let any other country in Africa or the Middle East get away with this type of rhetoric, but for some reason, we're like, they're just talking, they're not going to do anything. Really? I mean, but when is it okay to talk, you know, smack like that about the United States, the most powerful country in the United States, and I'm the most powerful country in the world? And I'm not saying that we should flex our muscle because we're so high and mighty and powerful. No, but I'm just saying that why is there a double standard? Why is it that Iran can't even say the Holocaust didn't exist? And I'm not saying I condone that type of speech, but Iran gets sanctioned for enriching uranium. You know what I'm saying? They get their scientists, nuclear scientists, assassinated, and North Korea is here saying, we got it, we're going to test it, and we're going to unleash holy hell on America. And we're not doing anything. I mean, you know, why isn't somebody assassinating their nuclear scientists? And I'm not condoning that either. I'm just saying. Okay, why? What's up with the double standard? Okay, the role that China plays. China's name's been thrown a lot because China is like the let's say if North Korea is the attack dog, right? China is the person that's holding on to that chain, and the United States and other countries are people that walk by. China will take that dog, you know, I'm gonna let my dog bite you, all the while holding on to the chain, okay? Because they know if they let that dog go, I'm gonna kick him in his mouth. But honestly, so China is kind of just letting this all play out, because as long as we're busy with North Korea, we can't really pay attention to the the inhumane issue stuff that they do to their citizens. Okay, but I'm like and then also we borrow money from them and all that. So North Korea is just here being that badass, stubborn child that you just want to spank when you see him acting up. You just wish the parent would just smack him up a couple times and, you know, do him like that dad. Y'all seen that video of the dad who spanked his daughters for twerking and putting the video on Facebook? So he spanked them and put that on Facebook. And I'm like, hey, I would have done the same thing. I would have done the same thing. I just wouldn't have recorded it. Okay? Let my daughters I'm not going there. But, you know, that's the role that North Korea plays. And I just don't understand why, you know, if they want a war, I say let it happen. Let it happen. You know, we don't send any troops. We send the drones, and we just let it happen. Okay? I said it before. But, you know, this got to stop. This absolutely got to stop. And like I said, this better not be some type of ploy to get money pushed into the Pentagon. You know, this better not just be all a little hot air and we just push the money in that, you know, come back and say, see, sequester shouldn't happen. No, but honestly, it bothers me that North Korea is allowed to just run amok and other countries can't even say 2 cents about the United States and war in the same sentence, or else, you know, we're going to unleash holy hell on them. But I don't know why. I mean, it's not like we can't beat the North Koreans. Our forces are way more advanced than they are. They don't even have heat in some of their buildings. Okay, that's why Kim Jong-un always has a jacket. They don't even have heat in some of their buildings, and they spend 80% of their money on their military. So I was gonna give y'all a weekly rewind, but it looked like I just spent my whole time talking about North Korea, and that's what's pissing me off. Cause everybody's talking about North Korea, and ain't nobody doing a damn thing. Ain't nobody doing a damn thing, and I'm pissed off. Thank y'all very much for tuning to the Uche Rod Show. Other things you may look out for this weekend. Job numbers came out. We didn't have as great job numbers as we thought we would have, but we still added some jobs. Some people are mad at Obama because he said Attorney General of, I don't know, I think it's Delaware or somewhere like that. The Attorney General is the finest Attorney General out there, or is the most beautiful. She's the best looking Attorney General he's ever seen. And people are saying that that's sexist. I'm like, when the hell is it sexist to give a woman a compliment? Okay? I mean, honestly, I'm sure they want to say something else, but the people that hate Obama are just going to look at anything to jump on and want to flip it to get women on their side. It's sexist to say a woman is nice looking? Really? Anyways, so y'all probably going to hear a little bit about that. Gay marriage is still being deliberated in the courts. Saw Lincoln. Interesting thing about the whole Lincoln movie and the 13th Amendment, and how a group of men, white men, sat in the room and were about to decide the fate of a whole lot of people. And that's what I see what's going on with this whole gay marriage debate. people that this shit don't have nothing to do with them are trying to have a say-so about what affects other people. And it just goes back to that. I mean, if you believe that government is supposed to stay out of the lives of people, and that's your position, I do believe that government has a role to play, although I don't believe that they should be regulating same-sex marriage. But how can you now say that government should say who gets married or not, and then come back and try to defend it, not by using the Constitution? You're going to use the Bible to defend it, and we have a separation of church and state. I mean, it's just, so I just thought it was real interesting to watch that segment in the movie when they were trying to get the votes to pass the 13th Amendment and people standing against history. And I just feel like we're at that pinnacle. Okay, we have another Republican, Ron Kirk or something like that, to come out, after having a near life to death experience. He now realized that gay marriage is not going to be the end of the world, and everybody should be afforded the rights that the Constitution says they should have. And marriage is one of the rights afforded to a citizen. The Constitution does not say you have to marry a woman if you're a man, and it does not say that you have to marry a man if you're a woman. It just says that you are allowed to marry. Okay? So it's just interesting. And I think that, I hope these people realize they're on the opposite end of history. They're on the, somebody's going to make a movie about them 100 years from now. You just see how, bigamists, how much of a bigot they are in trying to say what should happen in other people's lives, and they don't realize it until it happens in their family. Then they're like, oh, okay, gay people are human beings too. They're not 1/5 of a human being. Thank y'all for tuning to the Uche Arai Show. I'm your host, Mr. Uche Ernest Arai. Your weekend rewind. That's why it's 12 minutes, although 80% of it is on North Korea. Stay blessed, y'all. Boop.